and welcome. This is The Miz. And today I thought I'd start this tutorial out about using a different method of sharpening an image. Now, here's an image I took with my Canon 1DS Mark II. Now, that's a 16.7 megapixel camera, and I've reduced the image down to about 800 pixels wide, which is normally just about 5,000 pixels wide. So if I get in really close, it's going to start to become just pixelated. So you just have to bear with me that normally this image is very, very, very up-resed and pristine. But for the purposes of this tutorial, the image may look a little pixelated. So anyway, let's begin with the tutorial. I'm going to begin this tutorial. We're going to make a duplicate copy of the background image. So what I'll do is hold down the Control key and hit the letter J, and that'll make a duplicate image of our background layer right above that. Now what I'm going to do is something that maybe perhaps none of you have ever done and explored, the lab mode, or as it's really called, LAB. It's not called lab, but we refer to it as the lab, but it's really the L, A, and B mode. So let's go into that. Let's go adjust mode. We're going to go into lab color. And now I'm going to come up with this dialog box. It's going to ask me, do I want to flatten the image? And I'm going to say, no, I don't. I don't flatten the image. Now, here's the interesting thing about the lab mode. You didn't see basically any change, but if we go into the channels palette, you're going to see that you don't have a red, green, and blue channel. You have a lightness channel, an A, and a B channel. Now, what the A and B channels are, those are the color channels, red and green and blue and yellow. So this is the information in the A channel for the red and green, and this is the blue and yellow information in the B. We're only going to concern ourselves with the lightness channel. Now, the lightness channel has absolutely no color in it. It doesn't affect color in any way, shape, or form. So now, no matter what we do to this image, it will not affect the color in the A and B channel. So when we convert this back to RGB, anything we've done in the luminance channel will not show up on the A and B. So here's the nifty thing. When we sharpen in the luminance channel, what we're doing is we're taking two opposing pixels of different luminosity. We're going to take a dark channel and we're going to increase its contrast against an adjoining white or lighter pixel. So the image appears to be sharper only because we've increased the contrast between a light and dark pixel. And I'll demonstrate that in a few minutes, if you just bear with me here. So why don't we go and do a little sharpening in this here. So we'll go into sharpen, we're going to go into unsharp mask. Now, I usually start off with 123 and 1. Now, 123 and 1 is my starting point for all images. And it's a safe point at for any given image. It really, really does a fine job on most images, just leaving it right here, 123 and 1. And if we tick the preview, we can see the difference in the contrast between, look at the edge of this apple right here. And let me uncheck the preview. See, all it did was increase the contrast between the white or the light and the dark on the background. Basically, all we want is the contrast to affect the inside of this apple. So let's take a look at what it does to the inside of the apple, but as opposed to what it does to the outside. I don't like what it does to the outside, and I'm going to show you how we'll fix it. So we're going to go ahead and accept this, click OK, and now we're going to go switch back to the RGB, And again, it's going to ask us if we want it flat, and we will say no. So let's go into our layers palette. Now you can see we're back into the regular RGB, R, red, green, and blue. Let's go into the layers palette. And this is the layer we sharpened. This is the original, and here's the layer we sharpened. Now what we can do is create a layer mask for this. So we'll go in here, and remember that when we're on a layer mask, black conceals and white reveals. So if you paint on this layer mask with black, it's going to conceal anything or any of the information that's on this layer above the background. So if I switch to the black foreground color and choose a brush, let's choose a brush with the appropriate size. And now if I start painting on the black, you can see that we can mask away that high contrasted edge that we don't want. It makes it look so artificial. But it still maintains the inside of the sharpness of the image inside the evidence. So we'll take a look. There's before and there's after. Before and after. And there's without our mask. And there's with our mask. Without and with. You can see the contrast difference between on the edges here. And that's all sharpening does. It doesn't actually bring your image into focus. A lot of people think that if I increase the sharpness, I can bring the image into focus more. No, you can't. Sorry. It just can't be done. That was supposed to be done in the camera. But anyway, so why am I showing you this method of sharpening? Because there's no color noise. There is absolutely no color noise. You recall that the A and B channel contained the color. And what we sharpened was only the luminance. So you will not ever get any color noise from sharpening in this method. So I just wanted to show you what's available and give you another alternative to sharpening. So, and oh, by the way, this tutorial was dedicated to my friend in Connecticut, and his name is Todd. Todd is a designer for a company, and I talk to him just about every day on the internet. So I thought I'd say hello to Todd, and thank you very much, people, and take care.